Hello again guys. Today, I will talk about handling that I modified for vanilla vehicles. Download will be in pinned comment. I will also leave a date, so you will know when is mod last updated. I have a post in Mixmod's Discord server, so if you want to join discussion or have some requests, it's best if you join there. After you download a mod, make sure to read a readme. You just need to drag and drop modloader folder into your main directory. If for some reason you don't use modloader, drag and drop Clio and data folder into your main directory. But make sure to have a backup of your original handling.cfg. You can also install files from optional folder, but more on that later. If you want to use this with Revamp Vehicle Project, make sure you increase priority of my handling over RVP in modloader. My main goal with this mod is to make driving more enjoyable and fix some stuff that doesn't make sense. So I fixed a lot of flags, like sports cars having off-road ability, double rear wheels for vehicles like Yosemite, double exhaust and single exhaust, and a lot more. Surprisingly, there was a lot of wrong flags that don't fit that particular vehicle. I also applied some flags that will be useful for future proper fixes updates. Special thanks to Street Fonso for the tips he provided. Now cars will have much greater body roll and pitch, similar to GTA 4, that we all love. Well, maybe not all, but majority do. But of course, sports cars will have much less roll and pitch, since they have much stiffer suspension. On the contrary, trucks are most affected. You will immediately see the difference between this and vanilla handling. Same goes for trailers as well. I also changed truck animation. It doesn't make a lot of sense for CJ to look into sleeper bunk while reversing. Biggest issue for me was that even the fastest vehicles in game didn't have a lot of wheel spin from standstill. In order to achieve this, I had to increase acceleration and reduce traction for all vehicles. Since I lowered traction and increased body roll, all vehicles feel much more alive now. It's easy to disturb the car now and make it lose control, but even if you lose control, it's really easy to catch a slide and correct it. It makes you more engaging when it comes to driving. This may not be enjoyable for all players, but I do think I will make separate version which will make handling more arcade-like. But if you are thinking, it's way too easy to lose traction on low speeds, what's going to happen on high speeds? Don't worry, they all act like they have a lot of downforce at high speeds, so you can easily make that corner, even if you are driving with keyboard. You can change direction mid-corner, car will still be stable. You just have to be careful if the road is bumpy. The original idea was to make them equally unstable at high speeds as well, but I soon realized that's going to be too much for an average player. You would always have to fight with the car a lot and use controller with analog and triggers. All of this worked perfect in dry conditions, but when it rains in San Fierro, at first it is fun, You can drift any car in wet conditions. But soon I realized, in the normal gameplay, you are not driving, but drifting from one mission marker to another. And that can be annoying again, after some time. That's when Modder Void saved me, by creating a script which is called Rain Grip Adjust. He also created bunch of other mods, like Weapon Wheel, Radio Wheel, Advanced Nitro, which are essential to me. So now you can basically have same amount of grip as you would when it's dry. But that's no fun. That's why he provided .ini file, which you can configure yourself. Mod already comes with improved handling, and I already pre-configured it. But if you still need more grip, feel free to increase it. So once again, special thanks to Void for this Clio file. Here is comparison. As I mentioned before, acceleration is increased for sports cars, same goes for top speed. But it's going to be much more linear compared to vanilla handling. Going uphill or downhill will impact your speed even more. But don't you think you will be able to go 300 kilometers per hour everywhere? NPCs will always be there to make your life difficult. With lower traction, bigger turn mass, higher top speed, you would need to be a bit more careful. And let's not forget the brakes. Brakes are weaker, so you are not able to stop immediately when that NPC switches lanes right in front of you. Not a lot of people know this, but ABS flag in GT San Andreas actually doesn't work. So I had to improvise. As you know, even just tapping the brake will lock up either front or rear wheels, sending a car into understeer or oversteer. It would make sense if this was a feature that happens only when player has low driving skill, but unfortunately, that's not the case. It happens even when you achieve max driving skill. This was, by far, the hardest thing for me to tweak. It's still far from how would I like it to be, but this is a 20-year-old game after all. Let's talk about alternative handling lines. I created those to satisfy people different needs and liking. Special thanks to Quentin Dance, Denthcraft, and all other that joined discussion on Mixmod's Discord. Currently there is only around 20 alternative lines, mainly focusing on drivetrain. Some like their Elegy rear-wheel drive, others all-wheel drive. I've got them all covered, but what I would really like is to create different lines for cars, so that you can choose between stock setup, race setup, street tune setup, drift setup, etc. But all of this would be much cooler if some talented scripter would create a mod, which will enable player to change handling line in game real time by standing on marker and choosing different setup. If someone is interested in making such a mod, please reach out to me. In the meantime, you can easily change handling lines while the game is running. Just Alt plus Tab and go to improved handling.txt in your mod loader. At the end of the line, you will see my comment. So in this case, we want to use drift setup for Elegy. Remove hashtag from the line you want to use, and add a hashtag on the line that was previously enabled. Save it, return back in game and respawn that car. Unfortunately, this will not work if you use FLA handling patch. So, you would have to choose line you like before starting a game. Now I can go on and on with changes that I made, but this video is already way longer than I wanted it to be. Important thing you need to remember, if you ever find some mission or driving school difficult to complete, you can always disable improved handling.txt in mod loader by putting a dot at the beginning of file name and re-enable it after you finish the mission. Lowering FPS will also help you to complete driving school. There is a lot of small details, like Dozer having ability to turn front and rear wheels, camber fix for tourist mode, and a lot more. Let's not forget that optional folder I promise to cover. So it includes Enix markers, aka yellow cones, that will grant you access to the stadium interiors. Also, you will find .ini files for Junior's Race Creator mod. Download of that mod will be in README I provided. There will be two separate NXs, one for cars and one for motorcycles, at every stadium. Also, after downloading Race Creator and putting my ini files inside, you will see red marker, where you can trigger time attack. You are racing against time. There are no NPCs at this point in time. One thing you should consider, Enix connections are saved in your save game. So adding new links can mess up Enix connections. That's why I always advise people to start new game if they are adding mods that have new NXs. Another thing, if you only use my mod, you are okay. But if you use some other mods that add new Enix markers, make sure to increase Enix limit. You can do that in Mixit's FLA or by using simple limit adjuster made by Junior. I almost forgot. I also did handling for 90s AVP. Make sure to use that one for that car pack. With all that said and done, it's really time to finish this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in next one.